Hello and welcome to Modalities Movement Therapy. Today we are getting in balance and we are starting at the feet. You know that your feet are your foundation. Every step, every movement begins there. In this movement practice, we are going to target fascial foot releases with a hard and a soft reflex ball and a balance cushion. If you don't have a balance cushion, then a regular couch cushion will do, and you're also going to need a loop resistance band. We will be focusing on the connections throughout the body's fascial system, that continuous network connecting us from the head to the toes. Imagine a spider web throughout the body that surrounds the muscles and even the muscle fibers that make up the muscles. It is full of nerve endings, making it one of the body's most important sensory systems that transmits not only communication but movement and tension. It holds everything in place, and when it is healthy and hydrated, it accommodates smoother, more fluid movement. But when it is dehydrated, it restricts and limits mobility that can often lead to pain, discomfort, and even injury. So we're going to start in standing, and we're going to use that hard reflex ball and roll the foot out over the ball. If you don't have a reflex ball, then a tennis ball, even a golf ball will do. But what's nice about these reflex balls is they have these nodules which stimulate the receptors in the feet. And we know that the feet, like I've said, are the foundation, and they're the start of your deep core line, your lateral line, your spiral line, your front and your back lines. So apart from the arm lines, all the lines of the body start in the feet. Bring the ball into the arch of the foot, circle in one direction, and change direction. Now we're going to drop the heel onto the mat and rotate the foot from side to side. So the ball is on the ball of the foot and you're rotating up and over the ball. So you're taking the lateral side of the foot and the inside of the foot onto the mat. So up and over the ball and rotate it. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So taking the ball and releasing that entire foot. A nice slow release. You want to try and get a little bit deeper. Don't make the movement too quick. Slow it down. And another 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the ball into the arch of the foot. Move it in one direction. And change direction. Drop the heel onto the mat and bring the ball onto the ball of the foot, rolling up and over and dropping the inside and the outside, the lateral side of the foot onto the mat. So hopefully feeling the stretch up the lateral side and the inside of the ankle. Do another 2 and 1. Okay, you can put that ball to the side and take your softer reflex ball, and you're going to need a wall for these next exercises. We're going to position the ball on one side of the spine, move the ball around, so just releasing and loosening up this lower part of the back. So I'm massaging that ball from side to side, move it up and down, and really loosen that entire area. And again, a nice slow, steady release. You want to try and get a little bit deeper into the release. Where you're feeling tension, you position that ball and move it around that area. Then you're going to bring the ball lower down, so on the glutes, on the buttocks, and move the ball around. We're going to work quite a bit into the balance. So we want to give this area a good release. We're going to target the glutes a lot. Those glutes are part of our core, and the stronger the glutes are, the better your balance and your stability will be. Move the ball onto the other side of the spine. Start up in line with the hip bone. Find that tension and give it a good release. When you're ready, move the ball around. So loosening up over the glutes. Keep going. Another 4. And 3, 2, and 1. Put the ball to the side for now and just move the cushion and the band out the way. We're going to stand lengthways on the mat, and we're going to pull ourselves forward, 1 foot at a time. So you're going to pinch the mat between the ball of the foot and the toes, 1 foot at a time, like I said, and move yourself forward. Getting those toes, activating those toes, getting them to move, strengthening them. And we spoke about that communication from the brain to the toes. You want to give that a good release. Pinch and pull, toe crawling from one side of your mat to the other side. Pinch and pull yourself forward. Keep moving, keep moving. Try lock your knees, so don't bend your knees. Keep the knees locked. When you get to the front of your mat, push up onto the balls of the feet and walk yourself to the back of your mat. Do the same thing again. Pinch and pull, pinch and pull. Pinch and pull, pinch and pull. 1 foot at a time. Keep going. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. In this position, I'm just going to straighten out my mat. In this position, we're now going to step with 1 foot in front of the other. So bring the toes to the heel and look forward. Feel your back foot working hard to stabilize you. Focus on your breathing, a slow, steady breath in and out through the nose. And now step into the front foot and bring the front foot, bring the back foot in front and toes to the heel. And focus on that balance. Focus on your breathing. And you're going to take that cushion, whatever cushion you have, and bring your feet onto the cushion. So what we want is an unsteady surface, so the feet have to work hard to stabilize you. So activating those muscles in the feet, of which we have many. Smaller muscles, but nevertheless a lot of muscles. Rock yourself forward and back. So bring both feet onto the cushion. And now rocking through the toes and into the heels, forward and back. Try look up, try not to look down. It's much easier to activate your core muscles when you're in a nice upright posture. Rocking forward and back. 4 and 3, use the wall if you need to. 2 and 1. So I want you to work with a wall, or you can even have a chair close by, so that we can really stimulate the muscles in the feet. You can work on your mat, but you're not going to stimulate those muscles as much as I'd like you to without that balance cushion or that other cushion. Okay, so in this position, we're going to push the big toes down into the mat. So thinking of the communication, push the little toes down, lift the big toes up. If your toes are not cooperating, bend down and position them. Try and get that link between the brain and the feet. We've got it between the fingers and the brain. We now want to get the connection to the feet again. Take your feet out of those shoes and walk around barefoot as much as you can, so you can get that communication going again. Lift the little toes up if they're not cooperating. Big toes up, little toes down. Let's do another 4. Keep focusing on the breathing. Last 2. And 1. Okay. So from there, we're going to roll down onto the mat. You're going to look up, look ahead, breathe in. Tuck your chin to your chest. And now think of each of the vertebrae in the spine. You want to roll down. You want to open up the spaces between the vertebrae and bounce. We're going to walk onto the hands and knees. And we're going to bring the balance cushion. So you can, if you have a balance cushion, you can decide if you want the little nodules on top or the smoother side. We're going to position the knee onto the cushion and step the other foot forward. Take your softer reflex ball and bring it behind your knee. We're loosening up and lengthening the front line of the body. Position the ball behind the knee, cushion your supporting knee, and just bounce into this release. Rotate the foot to one side, reposition the ball if you need to, and then rotate the foot in. So we can hold the ball and bounce the foot from side to center to the inside. 4, rotate inwards. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hold it there and just bounce a few more times into that release and release the ball. Staying on this knee, try and stay on the front of that supporting foot or curl the toes under if you need to, but you'll challenge yourself a little bit more if you're in this position. Look ahead, lift up and lengthen. We're breathing into lunge. Now you're going to release that foot in front, circle the leg around. Try stay off the hands, use the wall if you need to, and then reach forward into that lunge again, breathing in and circling the arms up. Release and circle the knee. Balance and bring that knee forward, back into your lunge, breathing in. Try and exhale as you release. And breathe in when you come back into your lunge. Here we go for 4. Four to go. Keep looking ahead. Think of that posture opening up, easier to engage your supporting glutes. Three. If you want to challenge yourself even more, lift up that supporting foot. And finish off there. Just bounce into this open position and circle around, taking that cushion underneath the other knee. Bring your reflex ball back and position it behind that front knee. Let's bounce into this position, toes forward, rotate the toes out, rotate forward and in. And just keep bouncing into these different rotations for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bounce. Release that reflex ball. Use the wall if you need to. Curl the toes under if you need to. Challenge yourself if you can. Circling that leg. And let's start in that forward lunge. Breathe in. And then exhale. Breathing in. Keep going, slow, steady inhalation. Let's do another 2, breathing in and exhale. And your last one. And release. Okay, putting that cushion to the side, soft reflex ball again. We're going to bring it underneath the hip bone on the hip flexor where that leg bends. Bring the supporting leg into that gecko position. So try and get that knee in line with the hip. Curl the extended toes under and you're massaging the ball forward and back or from side to side. Move that ball around. Think about those cross fibers. We spoke of that spider's web. Think of the cross fibers of the fascial tissue. You want to move all the way around there, from side to side, in every direction that you can. Keep going for 3, 2, and 1. On the same side, let's now take the ball into that iliac dungeon. So now we're going to be between the hip bone and the belly button, right inside the hip bone. Try and position your hand underneath the ball if you can, but if it's getting deep enough, then release the hand. I'll take it from this angle. Your supporting leg is still in a gecko position, so you're lifting that knee up, Lower yourself down onto the mat and bend that leg that the ball is under, breathing in and exhaling. If you can, breathe in, lifting the knee up and exhaling. Just focusing on getting a little bit deeper. Breathing in and exhaling. If you want to take that cushion, bring it under the forehead and use that foot to assist you getting into a bigger lift. And the hand, the hand and the foot, breathing in and exhaling. Let's just do another 3 and exhaling. 2 to go. And the last one. Release that foot. Let's rock over to the other side. So reposition that reflex ball onto the hip flexor. So I'm below the hip bone and I'm massaging the ball up and down. Move from side to side, loosening up that front line of the body. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to take that reflex ball on the hand if possible and position it underneath that iliac dungeon, inside the hip bone, between the belly button and the hip bone. Bend that knee and breathe in, lifting that knee up if you can. Exhale and release. Take the foot into the hand and exhale and release. Breathing in and exhale for 3 and exhale. Breathe in for 4. 4 to go. And 3. And the last one. And release. Put the ball to the side. Let's take that balance cushion ahead, hands on the balance cushion. As you breathe in, you're going to push up into that lifted position and circle the arm around. Exhale. Lower down, hand on the cushion, breathing in and exhale. Here we go for 3. Follow that hand. So you're getting movement into the neck. Exhale. Breathe in for 4. And exhale. Make sure you're squeezing those glutes. So you're supporting that lower back. And exhale. Two more. And exhale. For the last one. And exhale. Bring the hands under the shoulders, up onto the hands and knees, and just sit back into your child's pose. Here, focusing on the breathing. Rest your forehead on the mat. On your last inhalation, uncurl through the spine and just come onto the knees. Circle the shoulders up and back. If you do have water, have a quick drink. We're bringing our knee back onto the balance cushion or whichever cushion you have. And try not to curl the toes under, but curl them under if you need to. We're going to work into an extension, so we're breathing in here. On the exhalation, you're going to bring the arm and the leg out to the side, then extend them back again, exhaling, bringing the knee to the elbow. Breathe in, circle them out to the side, and exhale. Breathing in, exhaling, breathing in, and exhaling. Here we go for 3. And exhale. Four to go. Three more. Last 2. And 1 more. Over to the other side. Position that knee in the center, supporting hand, and let's start in that extended position. Breathing in, lift the supporting foot if you can. Exhaling, breathing in, and exhaling. For 2. Halfway, another 4. Two more. And your last one. Good. Bring the hands and the knees onto the mat. Curl the toes under. Push up into a pyramid or down dog. Just walk through the feet. 1 foot at a time. Both heels into the mat. And just bounce your chest towards your thighs. And when you're ready, walk your hands to your feet. And uncurl through the spine. Come up to standing. Okay, if you have a balance cushion, try stimulate those receptors with the nodules facing up, and we're now going to work on our balance. So taking that foot right into the center of the balance cushion or whatever cushion you're using. You're going to need your reflex ball or any ball, either ball. So starting there. We're on that 1 foot and just getting your balance there. Use the wall if you need to, or a chair if you don't have a wall handy, to stimulate the foot and the foundation. Okay, now you've got that reflex ball on the mat. You're going to drop down and pick that reflex ball up. And then you're going to come back up to standing. Reach that ball up and then lower back down. Use the wall if you need to challenge the foot. Lift that arm up and take it down. Breathing in as you come up. Do another 4. 3. 2 more. And the last one. And release it. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So in the center of that cushion, let's put the ball back on the mat. Okay. Use the wall. Stimulate the foundation. Drop down. Pick up the ball. Breathe in and reach up. Exhale. And inhale. Let's do another 4. And 3. 2. Release the wall if you can. And the last one. And just come back up to standing. Put that cushion to the side. Similar movement. We're now just going to bring a little bit of rotation back into it and bring the band under one foot. Holding the band with the opposite hand, let's actually take the ball again. And we're going to rotate so you can loosen the tension in the band, and then you're going to reach for the ball, grab hold of the ball, and then rotate and lift the ball. Drop the ball onto the mat and then pull the ball back. So this is also a challenge on the balance, and pull the ball back. You should be feeling quite a bit happening in the glutes. Rotate and release the tension. Pull and release. 4 to go. Pull and release. Pull and release. 2 more. And release. And 1 more. And release. Good. Release the band. Shake it out. Wiggle the hips a little bit. Bring the band onto the other foot. And just release the ball. Onto the ball of the foot. Just make sure you're securely standing on that. So, pull and release. Breathe in and breathe out. Here we go for 4. 4 more. And 3. Use the big toe if you need to. 2 more. Your last one. And release. Shake it out, just wiggle the hips a little bit. And we're coming down onto the mat again. So just in standing, let's go into a roll down. So breathing in, exhaling, and roll down. Let's come onto the hands and knees. And come into a seated position. Taking that cushion, whichever cushion you have, and you're lowering into a supine position on the back. We're going to thrust the pelvis up and position the cushion into the lower back. We're actually around the back, so make sure your tailbone can touch the mat. So you're breathing in and opening up. As you exhale, push into your hands or your arms and tuck the pelvis under. So we're now tilting into this rounded position. Bring your foot up, bring your other foot up. So we bring the legs up to 90 degrees. Drop the first foot, drop the second foot. Now you're breathing in, opening up. So your chin should be moving. As you exhale, coming into the tuck position, your chin should be lifting. Take the other foot, lift it up, drop it, and drop it. Nice control. If you're taking any strain in the body, then just alternate one foot, lifting up, releasing, and breathing in. Then changing to the other leg. But if you can, you're going to bring both feet up. Release and release. Breathing in and exhaling. Lift and lift. Release, release. Keep going. Breathing in. Finish off with 2 more. And the last one. Use the arms. And release. Stretch your legs out, reach your arms up. Have a nice big yawn. And bring yourself back into your supine position with the knees bent and the feet flat. We're now going to take that cushion, move it to one side, and position your foot in the center of the cushion. From here, you're going to lengthen the other leg, and we're going to breathe in to that arch position. So you're opening up, creating space, breathing into that space. As you exhale, you're going to keep that leg in an extended position, and you're going to push into the cushion, and you're going to round the spine. So you're coming into that rounded position. And then we're going back into that breath, inhalation. As you exhale, push into the tuck, If you want to add that leg lift, that extended leg lift, you can. Slowly controlled, lower down, and then you're breathing into arch. Opening up. Exhaling, pushing into the arms just to assist you get into a deeper tuck. Lift the leg if you want to. Or if you can, try and challenge yourself. Here we go for 3. Breathing into arch. Exhaling. And lift. 5 to go. Breathing in. And exhaling. And lift. 4 more. Three. And 2 more. For your last one. And opening up. Let's position that cushion on the other foot or under the other foot and extend that leg. You inhaling, breathing into arch. Exhaling to tuck. Pushing into the cushion, lift that extended leg. That's optional. Keep going, breathing in arch. Exhaling to tuck. And lift. Release. Breathing in. Nice, slow, steady inhalation. Imagine there's a feather under your nose that you don't want that feather to move. Breathing in. Four more, breathing in. And the last 2, breathing into arch. Exhaling. For the last one, open up. And lift. Release. And taking that cushion, put it to the side. Let's have a big stretch. And yawn. Hug those knees into the chest. And bounce the knees to the chest. Rock yourself into a seated position. And well done. Thank you for joining me. Remember, movement is key. And if you don't use it, well, you lose it.